Did you learn anything from that now you're playing maybe the best ball in your career February heading into March, and how good is that for your confidence?
Yeah, I feel like I'm playing really well this February, but it also started at the start of the season, and I think it's just a continuation of not even each and every month, but each and every game, just trying to get better and trying to improve as the season comes along, because we're heading into March where a lot of things gets put on the line, and we got to toughen it out and got to play to precision. So just trying to be solid as coach and my team needs of me.
We asked Nick at this, but how do you compare this year's confidence of the team right now versus last year's confidence of the team at the same point?
I think it's almost like turning over a new leaf, and why I say that is because last year we were still dealing with a couple people coming back as we head into postseason, as well as some more injuries that were coming on to the team. But I think this year, we know who we have. We have a solid 9, and we're just gonna make sure we keep pushing, keep doing what Coach asked of us to do, so that we can be successful in postseason and for the Big East tournament.
Is there a difference in you this year that you can play through, I don't know, whatever mental hurdles there were last February where you had 4 or 5 games that were a little sluggish?
Yeah, I think I'm just more prepared. I've really tried to make sure that I'm taking care of my body, recovering when we need to recover, but also when the time comes where we need to play hard, be intentful with what we're doing in practice, and just training good habits so that my body's just ready, and mentally I'm ready, emotionally I'm ready, just to keep working towards our goal.
Aaliyah, are you doing anything differently recovery-wise?
Oh, all the way back there. That voice so far.
I know. Hey, I got that big booming voice. Are you doing anything differently this year recovery-wise that maybe you didn't do last season?
I wouldn't say anything different. I think it's just paying more attention, being more aware, listening to when my body is saying, okay, you need an ice bath, or okay, you need to maybe not be in the gym for an hour, maybe 45 minutes instead. So just really being cautious of what my body's telling me, what my mind's telling me, and just being aware that I'm needed for the team. So just making sure that I'm 100% ready to go whenever I'm asked to.
Knowing that you can't talk about anything specific, can you comment on how the ability to make money, or not having the ability to make money in college, impacts your decision when you're thinking about whether to become a professional or to stay in college?
I think that's a big question overall for student athletes, especially with the ability for us to capitalize off NIL. I'm not going to speak too much on it, but for me, that's not really a deciding factor. I came here to play basketball, so I signed up to do 4 years ago, and that's still going to be my decision. So I love my team, love the sport, love UConn. So it's really an undecided decision for me right now, but I'm just going to focus on what we got to focus on throughout the season, our goal, and achieving that, and then we'll leave that for postseason.
So money doesn't play a role when you're making
maybe a little bit. It's a little influence, but it's really about the team.
Aaliyah, do you have a timeline for when you would sort of like to know, at least internally, what you're planning to do next, whether it's, at the end of the tournament, at the end of the regular season?
I'm not sure. I feel like, some days I'm like, I want to do this, some days I want to do that, but as I said multiple times before, I just want to stay present, stay in the moment. We can leave that decision for after the season, and we'll see how it goes.
Are you able to navigate sort of the emotions of potentially your last Gamble game on Wednesday and things like that? Like, how do you kind of parse that with the not knowing about next year?
Yeah, it's funny. I had a conversation with Coach leading up to our senior night, and I think that he was like, how do you feel, senior night? And I was just telling you, it's going to be emotional. It was a special night for sure. Loved it. Loved having my family out, just showing love for UConn, also back home as well. But I think I just told him that, I'm just treating each and every game, each and every quarter, just doing what we need to do to get ready and work towards our goal. I'm not really thinking about, this might be, or what ifs. I'm just really trying to be cherishing every moment and just being grateful to play basketball and just to play with my team and play at UConn.
How do you describe being an efficient player, and what do you do to achieve that?
Just studying the game, I feel like, and putting in the work into the game. You tend to get to a bigger bond for it, bigger passion for it. So I play that way, carry myself that way, and just put in what I practice.
you ever wish you could shoot 25, 30 shots a game?
No, I like to be efficient.
How big of a hurdle was it for you to get over the fact that you would be the lone post player, the lone big guy on a team after having help in the past? And when did you kind of break through that? Because it doesn't look like you miss having Dorka or another big inside. You're just playing so well.
Oh, I'm putting up a good front because I do miss my my dynamic duos in our high-low games, especially with D and like Liv. But for sure, I didn't think that I'd be put in this position. But as I said, like each and every year, I just prepare myself for whatever's going to be thrown at me. Just being in the right mindset, physically, emotionally, and this year I had that role. So just trying to take it on my chest, but as well as bring up everyone with me. So it's not, I can't just win a game or win a championship for this team. It's a team effort, and we got to be a cohesive group. So even though I have a bigger role than some other people, everyone's doing their part, and as long as we stick to it, we'll be successful.
Have you seen Ice make steps forward, especially the last few games? And do you think that she can still get better even this season?
For sure, I think that especially the last couple games, she's had a great stretch of just coming in, rebounding, giving us some good minutes, both on the offensive and defensive end. I think that as long as she just continues just to be intentional with what she does effort-wise, can be the little things, doesn't have to be big things for us, just being consistent in that space and just working towards growing as a player. I think that she'll be all right.
Aaliyah, the two-man game with Paige has been such an effective part of the offense. What's kind of made your partnership work so well and you guys are able to play off one another?
I think it's just our chemistry, and I think this year especially you're able to actually see it. It's been a long time coming. I know we've had a lot of times we're here for a couple months and then some stuff happened, but this year we've had a good couple months together, and I think that it's just reads. We get a feel for each other, start some practice, it carries on into the game, and I think that our two-man game is exceptional, unbeatable. But I think that we just have a really good flow, both pretty high IQ for basketball. So I feel like anything the defense gives us, we're able to counter it. So I think that's what makes us so effective.
Your consistency these past 2 years, game in and game out, has just been way better than your first 2 years. What's the biggest key in that?
Getting older, more responsibility, more accountability. So I'm taking that, and I know what coach is asking of me as a leader of this team. So I gotta set the tone. As I was saying before, bring everyone with me. We're never tearing anyone down. We're just always encouraging and motivating them to build up their game and to live up to the standard here at UConn.
People talk about how the truly great players make those players around them better. How does Paige make you guys better?
In more ways than one. I think one of the biggest ones is her leadership. I think, as Coach says, as us seniors, we need to make sure not only the freshmen, not only sophomore, or the juniors, just everyone's on point, bought into what we need to do, playing to win, competing to win, and I think that there's some things that we need to lose, some of these bad habits in the past couple of games, because it's not going to help us be successful for postseason. But, we're working towards it. We got 2 more games left, and then focusing on the Big East playoffs. I'm already speaking about championships, but Big East playoffs. But, so we'll be okay.
You've been with Nika for 4 years, and the way she started as a freshman was not all that smooth, but how far has she come since those early days?
She's come a long way. I think she's grown in just trusting in coach, trusting in the team, and trusting in the role that she's given. I think that she's come a long way from her freshman year to now, getting a bigger role with just kind of orchestrating everything that we're doing, both offensively and defensively, and I think that she's a great leader for the team.
Did you meet her when you did that thing in Clearwater in 2019? The
Clearwater?
NBA Without Borders?
Yeah. I don't think it was in Clearwater, though. I think
It
Tampa.
was in Clearwater.
Tampa?
No, it was in
Clearwater, yeah.
Oh, okay. Basketball Without Borders. Yeah, I met her there. We were roommates. First time meeting her. So
First impressions.
first impressions, energetic, very energetic.
How has she changed?
Has not changed.
Really?
Yeah.
English has gotten better.
Oh yeah, actually.
Aaliyah, you've missed one game in your career. Given all the injuries that this program has had, And that was your freshman year, probably because of illness. How
Probably.
proud are you of that? I mean, it was during the bubble, so maybe I'm not going to.
Yeah, knock on wood.
So, but you have been so durable
yeah.
in 4 years. How do you speak to that? How proud are you of that accomplishment?
I mean, that's great. My body definitely feels it some days. I wake up and like, feeling a little bit in my back. But no, I think that I've just been steady for this team, just rising to the occasion. That's what I would call it. But, my teammates pick me up. Even though one of my teammates are down, they're always motivating me, always helping me, pushing me to be better. So I just take that as motivation to play not only for the team that's on the court, on the bench, but also the team that's not with us.
Nika said that without question you have to be considered one of the best players ever here. I mean, what do you want your legacy to be when you leave? How do you want people to look at your UConn career?
I want them to look at it as impactful. That may come in different ways, but I just want to leave an impact, whatever way that it can be. It doesn't have to only be on the court; it can be off the court too. But I just want to pave the way for someone up and coming to be like, oh, I can be like her, I can play her role, I can play like her, I can exceed boundaries, stuff like that, and just be an elite basketball player. So that's what I want to leave my name here.